And we're live. We are live. I don't have nothing I can look at the chat on, so now it's going to be a little.
What was your laptop?
I don't know.
It's in there in the room. Do you want me to get it for you?
Please.
Oh, I'm not seeing her live. Weird.
Transit. Good morning, Transit. Herman, good morning. Oh, you're stuck in Florida. Man, what a horrible place to be stuck at, right? If you like the humidity, I'm not a big fan of humid, so.
Good morning, Gold Aztec, Herman, Transit.
So you gonna make pancakes?
If you need me to.
Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle.
But I think I'm just gonna use the biscuit.
That's fine with me. Oh, listen to that.
I wish it would rain here.
It did rain here the other night.
I mean today. I like rain.
I like that sizzling sound of bacon. Don't you?
Yeah, just puts me to sleep at night.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. Oh, I bet, Transit.
Oh, your telephone's ringing. Transit, that was a pretty interesting video you did the other day about where the heck is everybody? Because I kind of feel the same way. I like, where's everybody at? I don't know. I can't find my spatula.
Right, Gold Aztec, I'm like, send us some rain. It's gonna be super hot here today.
Oh yeah, you know that's pretty bad. You got to be moving, keep those wheels turning. Transit, I would
A breakfast beer. That doesn't sound half bad.
Transit, I would offer up to come drive here in the oil field.
Except mine would be a breakfast Bloody Mary.
But buddy, I care about you a little too much to suggest that, to make that suggestion. I'm just gonna throw all this in there because I don't care. Do you see that?
I'll be fine.
I hope.
Good
JK,
morning,
good
JK.
morning.
What's on everybody's agenda this morning here, y'all? Gonna keep it chill today, or is anybody gonna go out and do some exploring? Right? Well, that's what I'm saying.
Never.
Although I'd rather be enjoying no rain in California than enjoying no rain in West Texas. It's so ugly here. Here where we live, Texas is actually really beautiful, but That's the part we live in. I still don't see my white cat. I'm starting to get concerned. Let's see. There he is. There he is. See, Mama B.
There you go. You found your white cat.
Mr. West Texas does not like my male cats. He's not a big cat person, y'all.
Go get a haircut? Yeah.
That's a good idea. You gotta stay fresh, Transit. Gotta stay fresh, bro.
Well, you know,
That would also be a part of keeping it fresh. So yeah, doing laundry would work too.
I figured that we would already start seeing some of the effects of the whole reading and writing English deal that came out, but really haven't.
That sounds like fun, Gold Aztec.
You know, with the truck drivers, I'm getting probably 4 or 5 truck drivers a day in there that speak no English at all.
I mean, what else is new?
Well, I know, but you would think that already that old DOT would already start.
DOJ.
Yeah.
Would start
Well, not
cracking.
DOJ because they're not out here enforcing the highways.
Oh.
But the DPS, the state troopers.
Because I was like, who's DOT?
You know, and once that starts switching around, then it's going to offer jobs to more. You know, it's going to increase the loads.
Well,
increase the mileage. Look, I saw a thing the other day that said that in the 90s, truck drivers were getting, what the hell were they getting? Dang it, I forgot. I think I sent it to Transit. They were getting a certain so many cents a mile. Like maybe it was $1.25. I don't know. That seems like a lot, but you know, but they're still getting that. They're still making the same as they were per mile because that's how a lot of truck drivers get paid is by mileage. They're still getting that as the same it was in the 90s.
Wow.
Now accounting for inflation and all that.
That sounded deep. Wow.
Now accounting for inflation and all that, you know, they're just wonder that they can pay their bills, you know, or the owner operators if they can pay the price of fuel and repairs and tires.
Yeah. I don't think we appreciate our truck drivers enough, honestly.
We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
Like, I see how, like, now I see, like, I've never really known a truck driver, like, someone that actually travels, like, transit.
Yeah.
But now that I see the life that he has to live, like, man, mad respect to you, transit, and to people that do that, because that is not an easy job. I understand that. And I see that now, seeing what you go through all the time, transit. Like you break down, or like you get stressed out about making your quota and your time and all that.
Being away from family.
Being away from your wife, like I'm sure it's really hard. Are they transit? He says a lot of trucking companies are going out of business. Yeah. There's a lot of trucking companies here in this area, but they all have to do with the oil field.
I wouldn't wish a trucking job out here on my worst enemy. It's just too dangerous. Plus, I mean, it's dangerous everywhere, but out here, it is just like
you have one of those jobs where you have to go out in the middle of the night and go get some oil from a well at like 2 in the morning. You're out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, you can get hijacked. There's been
my
some.
stepdad's had to go out in the middle of the boonies at night to work on an oil well in the middle of the night by himself, out in the middle of nowhere in pitch blackness.
There's been a few cases this year of people getting busted.
She's obviously not watching our live.
Yeah, there's been a few cases out there of people getting busted stealing oil. Yeah, transit, that's more than likely. I mean,
I'm on
it
a
has to
live.
be.
I'm on a live. Yeah, hey, oh, you're making breakfast? Okay, we were gonna invite, I was just fixing to call you and invite you. Right now he's making, okay, I was just gonna make some pancakes. Yeah, I was thinking, I know Adrian's off today, so I wasn't sure if you were gonna make breakfast or not. Okay, you can shoot me a text if you need to tell me something. Yeah, so is Macy.
Mother-in-laws.
Good morning, Silver and Cigars.
Cigars, what's up?
I'm not sure if I
Yeah, it's been a while.
Emmy Paraka. Good morning. I'm sorry, I hope I said your name right. Yeah, that's crazy. Like just the thought of having to go like out in the boonies in the middle of the night to do a job. I used to have a job where I worked in medical records, and like we'd be on call, and back then we have a pager.
Yeah.
And I was I was single then, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a husband to wake up to go with me down there. I'd have to get up. The hospitals would page me at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'd have to get up out of bed and drive all the way down to our warehouse and go into a huge warehouse, pitch black, flip it on, and walk through a warehouse and find the hospital, find the records, fax it to them, make sure the hospital got it, make sure they didn't need anything else, then I could leave.
You know,
It was scary. It was so creepy in that warehouse too.
you know, there's been cases of people going in and stealing oil from the tanks.
From the wells.
From
But
the
I
wells.
believe it. I believe it.
And of course, you get further south, there's been stories of company men driving their pickups down the lease roads.
With black smoke coming out of them. Oh, I thought you were talking about the ones that fill their trucks up with it.
No.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
That's the farm diesel.
Oh.
There've been company men driving their pickups down in South Texas, and they'll get blocked in by some illegals. They'll jump in and strip them. The illegals jump in, strip them down, and kick them out of the truck. And they'll be finding company men walking buck naked down the lease road. No truck.
I don't know where LJ's at today, but I wanted to tell him if he's heard that story where just recently they pulled over a truck pulling a flatbed full of like big hay bales.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Did y'all see that? And they got suspicious and they opened up those hell bays and there was people inside
bays.
them. I mean, what are they called?
Bales of hay.
Bales of hay. I meant to say hay bales. Hay, a bale of hay, but a hay bale.
Hay
Anyway,
bale.
they cut them out and there was people inside of them.
Yeah, I know.
Like they had cut. They had hauled them out on the inside and then just like put people in them. I was like, you know, they can come up with some pretty good ideas, but they're already catching on. I mean, we have so much technology now.
That's, you know what,
He was pulled over by a sheriff, so it's not like he was like going through the border.
you know what they do to each other?
Good morning, Humble.
They will literally call that would be like the decoy truck. So they'll literally call the cops and report that truck on themselves. Meanwhile, 10 more are cruising right on by.
SGT. How's it going, buddy? Good morning, Carolus. Carolus? I hope I said your name right. So, yeah, it's called a decoy vehicle, and they do it to people all the time. They bust people with just enough amount to get their attention while they push a big old 18-wheeler through.
Yep.
Because they're all focused on this poor person that they, made as bait. I got hit up in Tijuana to drive a car over the border. The guy said it would be people, not drugs, and they wouldn't be hiding in the seat. Oh, and they would be hiding in the seat. Wow, really, transit? Well, I had some, me and a friend of mine, we used to roommate together, and we had some guys offer us $5,000 if we go down to the border and pick something up and bring it back. And we were like, for $5,000, no thank you. We wouldn't even do it for $100,000. Like, there's no amount we can put on our freedom. We were not about to go down. And that's exactly what they were going to do. They were going to use us as a bait while they push their bigger. Exactly, transit. That's what we said. We laughed. We were laughing. Me and my friend were like, sorry, we don't need money that bad. 2,500. They were at least offering us 5,000. Well, it would have been 2,500 each, so that's about right. Is anyone in the chat picking up the military ASE privies?
I haven't seen them. I've seen the Eagle one that they came out with. I haven't seen the military privies yet for the AACs. I wouldn't mind getting a Marine Corps one, but I haven't seen them. And the whole Eagle thing, I don't know. After that whole Star Privy thing, I just lost interest. I was like,
I don't blame you.
So at the time, there was the whole flowing hair fucking. I said the F word. At the time, there was the whole flowing hair craze. You know, everybody was going nuts over the flowing hair. The flowing, oh, I gotta have it, right? Even I got it, right?
Yeah.
I gotta have this flowing hair. Oh my God, it's gonna be worth millions, billions.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Oh man.
And it's cool. It's still a cool coin or metal. The flowing hair is cool.
It's a cool one to have.
And for sure, it's held some value. It's went up in value. I mean, it's more than the $1 or $104 that we paid for it.
You won't catch me near Tijuana ever. I've never been there, and I have no desire to go.
But have
you ever been to Tijuana?
Yeah, several times.
Like when you were in the Marine Corps?
Yes. But after that, the Star Privy came out with the nice games Star Privy thing, so there was some hype with that. And
well, they do that on purpose. They
hyped it up
and make people think these are going to be the it thing, and they're going to be rare and this and that. So people just get on there and just buy the crap out of them, and then.
Well, I'll tell you what. That damn Star Privy thing wasn't nothing to. It really was nothing to get excited about. The military privy ones might be a little bit different, but I haven't seen them. So I might take a look in that.
I used to date a girl who was half Mexican and lived with her mother in Playa de Tijuana.
La Playa?
La Playa. We have a club here called La Playa. It's a Spanish club. It's just, they play nothing but Spanish, Mexican music, or whatever you want to call it. I bet Transit Tijuana is a crazy place. Wouldn't want to be caught there out at night after dark. I wouldn't even want to be caught there during the day, much less when it's dark.
Well, we were thoroughly drunk.
That wasn't very smart, but nobody thought about that stuff like that back in the day.
Well, but that's the only reason anybody goes to Tijuana is to get drunk, party.
Yeah, and to see those disgusting shows they put on over there.
So anyhow, coming back across the border, there was some guy that was making tacos, and
you bought tacos from a street truck.
Yep.
In Mexico.
In Mexico. Hey, this guy had we could see the fire, the coals.
Man, this guy.
And he was cooking up.
You took your hands to your your life into your own hands there.
He was cooking up this cow head right there.
Probably really good, huh?
And it was so damn good. Oh my God, it was delicious. 50 cents a taco. Hell, what are you gonna do? And you can see that, you know, it's on fire right there, you know. So it's not like it's something he's just pulling out of a cooler.
Or a nice chest that's been sitting there all day.
It was so damn good.
Good morning, Humble. Oh wait, I think I already said good morning to you. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. Yeah, Transit, I wouldn't want to be caught there by the cops either. The cops beat the living crap out of my uncle and threw him in jail just because he was drunk. He was causing, he was just being a little disorderly. And he was in jail for 2 days, and he said, or it was longer than that, I think. It was a few days. And he said that the police in the jail, they peed on him, and they beat him up real bad, and he said it was horrible. I won a 2.5 gold bar the other day.
Graham.
First spin of the show, I got the top prize, costing me $15 plus shipping. Totally stoked. That's so cool, Humble. I'm so happy for you.
On what? On what show? I guess, you know, we haven't been, I'm sorry guys, but we haven't been following much.
No.
Anything. We've been kind of.
Hi, Space Miner. Good morning, beer.
You know, we've been kind of, I don't know, what would you say?
Well, we've just been, I don't know, I guess sometimes you just get
Well, first of all,
at a standstill, you know. And
first of all, Memorial Weekend's never a good weekend for me. I definitely dislike the whole Happy Memorial Day.
yeah, what's happy about
it's
remembering people that we lost?
It's not a happy day for me.
Yeah, Humble Mr. West Texas has been asking me to try doing that on Whatnot, so I'm thinking about dabbling in the Whatnot too. Do you like it, Humble? Do you enjoy selling on there?
Hey, what we need to do is quit pissing around and send him his thing that we promised him.
Let's do it. I mean, let's do it. We need to get it to him. And hey, we want to do some giveaways at some point. We have some stuff we want to do giveaways with.
That pan's hot.
I sell a graded ASE pack game. I make 200 a show. Nice. That's awesome, Humble.
Tell me, so you sell makeup on that shit?
I have tons and tons and tons and tons of designer makeup. So not designer, but name brand, expensive makeup that I want to try to sell on there. Humble, the only thing I have won lately was a 3,000 mortgage shortage. I know, Gold Aztec, we don't. Man, winning. What is that like?
I won my $5 back on a scratch it. That shit's. I just said, you know, anytime I do something like that, it reminds, the scratch it's especially. Yeah, only I'm trying it a different way, so don't get all.
Hi, good morning, Being Becky.
I would like to have Herman come over and go to that smoke shop with us.
Who?
Herman.
Does Herman drink?
I don't know.
You can have a Bloody Mary with us over there. Herman, are you on here? Are you still here?
$20 on a soccer game.
All right, friends, and everybody's winning. I love to hear all this winning. How are you today, Being Becky? It's good to see you, hon.
So we were talking, you know.
Sorry if I yell sometimes. I feel like I'm far from his mic on his phone. But I sound loud, I'm sure. That is a half ounce of silver, that's right.
What's that?
Transit said he won 20 on a soccer game, and Humble says, nice, Transit, that's half an ounce of silver. See, that's how you used to think. Like, you still do, but, like, not as much. You saw everything in silver.
Yeah.
Like, if I would, like, say I wanted to go get a Starbucks coffee, he's like, that can go in on an ounce of silver. Like, you know, he there for the longest time. Anytime I wanted to spend money on something frivolous or something that we actually didn't need, he would say, that's an ounce of silver.
Yeah, but
There was a riot in France. Did anybody see Macron get bitch slapped?
who?
Macron, the French president. His shim wife. They were like, they're fixed to come off a plane. Well, that's why I said shim. They're fixed to come off a plane, and he's like in front of the cameras, but kind of like halfway behind a wall.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you just see him fly back, and like somebody's hands just throw him back, and he flies back, and then he looks right at the cameras and goes, like nothing to see here. Sunday fun day. Heck yeah. Love hearing that. Me and my girlfriend used to call it Sunday fun day.
I'm grating potatoes.
And it's beautiful music to my ears. I love hash browns. And I'm not even into soccer. I was just bored. Transit, you're hilarious. I know, everybody's winning, man. I love that.
But hey, what was the name of that bar that you got yesterday? Colorado State. I don't remember. What? Just the bar that you just got.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well,
I know. We've got a bunch of those. Jeez, I got potatoes everywhere.
Colorado Gold Brokerage.
Colorado Gold Brokerage. Does anybody know anything about that? Here, you come over here. Go like this. Potatoes. Good dang, I must have really been shredding. I got potatoes all over my shirt. I tried finding as much information as I could on that, but I don't know. Y'all want to know something wild? I got that for $2 under spot.
I'm going to become a degenerate gambler if they keep having trouble finding my loads. Good morning, Chuck. How are you? Good morning, good morning.
So I'm going to try something a little bit different with these hash browns. I know they don't look too good in the bowl there. See that? See that?
Yeah, I noticed you were squeezing out all the water, and that's good. That's good because they have a lot of water in them.
Yeah. But I watched the video.
Dang, Transit. I can't believe you grew up in LA. I bet you saw a lot of stars, huh? Did y'all ever run into like movie stars or famous people? Oh man, B and Becky, that sounds awesome. I would love that. That sounds so amazing to me.
What's that?
A jazz fest.
Jazz Fest.
I love jazz. You can ask Mr. West Texas. I always have
Yeah.
it on the TV.
Always, even when nobody's within a 10-mile radius of the TV, it's still on.
I just like to have music playing during the day when I'm like cleaning and stuff.
Yeah. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm gonna add. I don't know. It's just something I seen on the
Yeah.
Facebooks.
Try it.
Brand new pan and the sumbitch ain't even level.
I would
See that?
love to live in some little like quaint town that had some little festivals. We have a place here called Fredericksburg, and it's got all these cute little shops, and it's mostly German. It's like a German community, but
It definitely is a German
it's such
community.
a cute, quaint little town. It's up by Austin, so
That's on the way to San Antonio from here.
I mean, I'm
That's on the
sorry,
west side from.
San Antonio is what I meant to say. You were on a plane with Gene Simmons. Ask Mr. West
Who's
Texas
that?
about Gene Simmons transit.
Gene Simmons blocked me on Twitter.
He has been blocked. This guy could go on
I have a way.
some kind of record for upsetting and having being blocked by
Celebrities.
Like it's nuts how many celebrities have blocked this guy.
Gene Simmons blocked me.
Gold Aztec, heck yeah.
I had D. Snyder from Twisted Sister.
Yes, he blocked you.
No, he didn't block me. He called me
Called you out.
mother effer.
And then you've had
And then he apologized to me.
didn't you have a football player block you too?
I had a couple football professional NFL players block me.
Yeah, go ahead and have another one. Why not, Gold Aztec? It's Sunday, man. Sunday fun day, like Becky said.
This shit.
If I had the stuff for Bloody Marys, I'd probably be making me one right now.
Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently,
Humble, no, we have not sent it yet, and I'm so sorry. We will get that off this week, I promise. Yeah, don't look. We don't have sent it off yet, but I will get it off this week, and I will have Mr. West Texas get in touch with
I'm
you.
gonna do that today. I got his
Yeah,
address.
he'll get it ready today, and we'll mail it out tomorrow. So I'll have him let you know when it's going to be in the mail, and then that way you can make sure you're able to look for it and stuff. Yeah, we are so sorry, Humble. Promise you we'll get it off.
Yep. I gotta find it, but I know I have a good idea where it's at. That coin or that round.
It does sound good, huh?
What?
He says Miss West Texas awesome Bloody Mary sounds fantastic.
No.
I like it. I like that Mr. West Texas will drink those with me, and he can still behave while he's drinking them. Now, I don't know if he were to go overboard and drink a lot, but I know that the last time we were drinking them, I'm the one that was a fool. I drank too much. No, those are hash browns.
What?
He said, "Is that shredded beef?"
It looks like it. No, it's supposed to be hash browns. Shit, I'm trying something new.
Good morning, James. How are you?
Well, I watched a video where this guy puts eggs and flour in with the potato. So I thought, shit, that might be a good idea.
That's nice. James gonna stay busy today. Yeah, James is keeping it. James real, always keeping it real. Transit says it looks like brown rice.
Hey, I came on this side of the phone and I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, that doesn't look
Well,
right.
then hopefully when people are scrolling through their TikToks, they'll stop because they want to know what the F is that.
TikToks.
I mean, they're shorts.
You like TikTok, don't you?
Do you ever see
No.
me on it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not on it. No, no way.
Well, good.
I don't want them Chinese knowing
I
anything
don't.
about me.
I very rarely get on it. I mean, I do post on it sometimes, like one video a month, maybe, or one TikTok a month.
So I brought up something to you yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning? I can't remember. Things are getting slow here.
Yeah.
You know, there's a oil field company that just pulled up 28 rigs. They're, and that's not good.
It is
You know?
scary. It's very scary for us. We depend on that industry to do well.
And it's kind of heartbreaking because, to be 100% honest, it would take one person to say one word to get this whole place buzzing. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
How come you ain't said it? Energy independence
Well, that's what
starts
I'm
it off.
like, I get the argument that stuff isn't being shown to us yet because he's got so much he's got to work on, and he's only been in office a couple, 2, 3, 4 months, whatever. And that, you know, give him some time, give him some time. I get that, but if all he has to say is one word and it happens, why is he not doing it? I mean, that's what you said. All he has to do is say the word. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, transit. It's
Too much propaganda. Yep.
drill, drill, drill. That's it. And this whole place would just boom.
Well, you have 300 shares of ExxonMobil.
You know?
Yeah, I mean that's scary. But I think that it's gonna stay this way? No, I don't.
I don't either.
Fully believe and trust in my heart that our president does care and will take care of business. I mean, if you think about what would have been the latter, it's like, yeah, dude, like, thank God we have him in there. I mean, you just gotta think about, we dodged a bullet.
I'm just saying, it just takes one word, and this whole area. Wish.
This was, what is the secret to making hash browns? The only place I find good ones I don't mess up is at IHOP.
Yeah.
Yeah, IHOP is a pretty safe bet. Well, you know, Mr. West Texas.
I hate it.
So if you want me to be honest with you, Gold Aztec, I buy the bag ones, the already shredded ones. They're just shredded potatoes in a bag with probably more chemicals than what need to be in them just to keep them fresh for a long time. But I buy these bags of them, and they're pretty good bags. Good morning, Silver Spurs. How are you? 420. Hell yeah. So anyway, that's a full name. But anyway, has that always been your name, Silver Spurs? Like, have you always had 420 after it? Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry. I just noticed it, and so yeah. But anyway, you know, I just shredding them. He's actually found a way to do them where he kind of breads them in flour, or has them sprinkled with flour. And they seem to be sticking together pretty good. But yeah, just they're just shredding them, draining the water, and butter. Butter's a good thing to use. Butter gives
Butter?
flavor.
Buttered sausage.
No, butter for hash browns. I mean, you could use oil. Some people like the butter flavor better. I used to have a really good friend that taught me how to make them. What she did was she would shred them, and then she would chop up onions. And she would put a bunch of butter in the bottom of the pan, and then she'd put them in the pan and sprinkle the onion on top. And then she would just flip them back and forth, and they were so good. Yeah, I would just say, I mean, adding onion to them makes them phenomenal.
Into the hash browns?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't add no onion.
Yes, he floured them today. I don't flour mine, but he floured them today, and they seem to be sticking together pretty good.
Hey, that's my first time doing that trash.
Yeah, he's never done that before. James Earl tells Transit. Stuck in Florida by the ocean filled with beautiful women. I feel you, pal.
Yeah.
Well, that would depend on what his view is right now. So there's not, there's some places in Florida that I'd rather not be caught. Like the swampy areas, those are creepy. I have never been to Florida. I can say that's one state I've never visited. Been to California, to Disneyland.
I have been to Florida.
I have not. He says West Texas coming through with the hash browns. Doesn't look like shredded beef no more.
Nope. When's Father's Day? Father's Day's coming up, isn't it?
Coming up.
What do I want for Father's Day? Oh, look at stuff.
I love tropical places too. Transit. My dream vacation is like the Bahamas or the Maldives. I really, really would love to go to the Maldives. That's the dream. That's the bucket list right there.
I would love to go.
Me and Mr. West Texas really, I know everybody probably works hard and deserves a vacation. I get that, but we never take vacations, ever. And our poor kids, they don't ever get to go anywhere because Mr. West Texas has to work all the time, just for us to survive. Can we cook meatballs? Yes. I'm just going to tell you, Ackman, yes, we can cook meatballs. We're not cooking meatballs right now, though. Those are sausage patties.
Well.
Oh, really, Humble? You just gonna relax at home, or you got plans? We are determined that we are going to take a vacation soon, a nice one.
She's kind of stretching it a little bit about. I don't really need to work 2 jobs to survive.
No, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to stay humble here. We by far are not wealthy, but we do okay.
Yeah.
And you don't. I mean, he really doesn't have to work a second job, but in a way he does because of his hobby. I mean, well, let me put it this way. To buy the amount that he likes to buy it every week, he has to keep a second job.
I ain't been buying that much.
You really haven't.
I got a tube of dimes.
You can do some panning? Awesome. That sounds pretty chill and relaxing.
Watch out for the Sasquatch up there.
And I will be there for breakfast. I will bring refreshment. Gold Aztec, bring the Bloody Mary stuff, and you got a deal. We'll start whipping up your plate right now. Gotta go. She's got the whip. Slap my ass off. Your name is Toby. Who catches that? That's funny. I don't know the reference. I'm sorry. I know. I hope you find some nuggets, Humble. I hope you find enough to retire and enjoy your life.
That's Roots.
Roots?
You ever watch Roots?
Wait, is it have Oprah?
No, that's Color.
Oh, okay.
Or the color purple.
Okay.
Roots is Roots. It has the guy from Reading Rainbow.
God bless you too, James. Have a good day.
It has the guy from Reading Rainbow. He was that, and it was like a TV miniseries.
Oh, okay. No, I've heard of it. I've just never seen it.
You know, have you ever watched
Let me
all
know
the?
when you need to start mixing up the pancakes.
Have you seen all of the Lonesome Doves?
No,
Like the whole Lonesome
I've
Dove,
seen not one lonesome dove.
the whole Lonesome Dove series. Like the well.
Yeah, he said you got it, Mr. West Texas and Mrs. West Texas, nice and smart. Well, it was more Mister, but cool, thank you. Have a good day, James. Thanks for
Yep,
coming
thanks
in.
for coming in, James.
God bless you.
So we could definitely.
Man, that would be so fun to me to pan. Like I've done it before. When I was a little kid, and I thought it was so fun. It's exciting seeing the little girls play. Don't they float up? Or I mean, they sink, or do they float up?
They sink.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was one or the other.
Well, you only had two options in that situation. But yeah, well, I don't know. So they kind of, I guess when you're panning it, it kind of does look like they're floating to the top of the pan. Not the water top of the pan, but like the top of the pan.
That would be a fun hobby. Does anybody else have any hobbies? Humble likes to pan for gold. Other than stacking and doing YouTube and stuff, does anybody else have any side hobbies they like to do? I would say I have hobbies that I want to do, but I just don't have the time. And when I do have the time, I just want to rest. So I don't do them. Gardening, see, there you go. Gardening's one of them that I'd really like to get into. That sounds like something I'd really be interested in doing. I love astronomy. I love looking at the stars at night, the constellations and all that. And yeah, gardening's nice. There's so many beautiful little gardens here on our property. Like we have one on the side. We have a side garden, and we have 2 or 3 in our backyard that are empty right now. And I would love to go and get plants and flowers to put, but they're so expensive. I don't know if any of you ever go buy plants at the nurseries and stuff. It's so expensive. It's crazy. I did not realize how expensive it was. Good morning, Richard. How are you? You miss growing plants? What kind of plants, Transit?
The kind that make you money.
The kind that everybody really loves. My kimber. What's a kimber? Is that your pet?
It's a pew-pew.
Oh, okay. I did see the 45 after, so now I see that, yeah. Shooting, yeah, that's a hobby. Some people like to go out in the ranges and stuff. And a pack of seeds is $2. It is pretty ridiculous, especially if you want to just buy the plant. Yeah, you could go broke buying a few plants for your yard. And I'm really trying to fix up our backyard more, because I want to make it like a little sanctuary for us to be able to go back there and just be like an escape from, where we actually live.
That's impossible though in town.
Well, because we can hear the big old busy street right here when we're outside.
You want sanctuary where you can have your backyard as a sanctuary? The rule of thumb is, if you can walk out of your back door and sit out on your back porch buck naked and not have your neighbors call the cops on you, then, that's sanctuary.
Well, now we know Mr. West Texas would be going outside butt naked and sitting if he could. But what sucks for us is that we have a one-story home, but there's a lot of homes in our neighborhood that are 2-story, so the next door neighbor, they have a 2-story, which they're really good neighbors. And then behind us, across the alley, there's 2 There's two-story houses that are within view of our backyard. So we could never be in our backyard and feel like we have privacy. Because there's two-story houses everywhere looking right into our yard. So that does suck.
Yeah, I added gold Aztec. I added 2 eggs, mixed them up in there, and then some I don't know how much flour, but
what's an ornamental garden? Just a garden for show? I would love a little waterfall. My mom has a little waterfall at her house that it's
not here.
They don't have it.
We ain't doing that shit here.
I know you would never want to do that.
Yeah, the mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are atrocious.
A little tiny one wouldn't cause a bunch of them.
A little tiny puddle of water could be a breeding ground for malaria.
They're back there anyway.
Huh?
They're going to be.
Well, I don't want any more back there. It's supposed to be our sanctuary.
Well, it's not a sanctuary. It looks like it does right now.
I hate mosquitoes. Oh, I hate mosquitoes.
I would love that tangent.
You know, mosquitoes have.
Oh wow, Velasquez, look at you.
Mosquitoes have unalived more people in this world and throughout time than all the wars combined.
And I would imagine, because it takes just one little tiny one to bite one person to set it off.
I'm talking about malaria.
So, can't you get? Isn't it contagious?
Only through mosquitoes.
You have to get bit by.
You have to get bit by a mosquito, but it just doesn't. You know, if it's thousands of mosquitoes, then
if thousands are infected, yes, then thousands of people will get it. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that'd be crazy if that happened, though. That's scary. Well, you know, that's what that Bill Gates. That's he's why they take any advice from that guy about vaccines is beyond me. Is he a doctor?
No.
Does he have any training in the medical field?
No, he read a couple books.
Why does he get to say when and what vaccines we're going to get? I don't understand. Does he have money?
Yeah.
Does anybody know why Bill Gates gets to make decisions on our vaccines? I don't understand it. Maybe one of y'all can tell me. And Gold Aztec, that is amazing. He has a cherry, apricot, apple, white peach, and pomegranate tree.
Ooh, I love
tomatoes and chili. That sounds like an amazing garden.
I'm not a big fan of cooking sausage either. Okay, but you want to come over and take over?
Somebody thought they were meatballs earlier. Or they asked if we could cook meatballs. I don't know.
You know what? That sounds good. Actually, meatballs.
I don't understand him either.
Who?
Uncle RFK. I don't know why just because he's been concerned about our health before in the past. I don't know. I mean, he's probably like one of the very few that's spoken up about all the stuff they're putting in our food.
Yeah,
I will give him that, but I mean, Bill Gates is just evil. He doesn't have our best interest in mind at all.
Here's the thing. I don't give a shit what's going on, who says what. We have evidence against these guys. We have evidence against those. It ain't gonna mean shit until they start locking somebody up.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this too.
And I'm not talking about Epstein and Diddy did it. You know, I ain't talking about that shit. I'm talking about let's see goddamn Elizabeth Warren behind bars. Let's see them get charged.
Yeah.
These politicians have
I will tell you at the end of the day, sadly, there will be people that we will never see justice that have committed horrific crimes because of the fact that if they can be controlled because of their little secret, then they'll never let it out. They'll never expose them. That's why I tell you, not everybody will be taken down
and that's why nobody's been taken down. They all got dirt on each other.
Okay, Gold Aztec, thank you for stopping in.
Thanks,
I hope you
Gold
have a good day.
Aztec.
Yeah, I hope you, if you make your hash browns, I hope they come out awesome.
They're looking good right now.
No, I was telling him, because remember
Oh.
he was asking about how you were making them? Treason, exactly. They, like, if they were going to charge treason, though, we'd probably have no government left. Literally. Like, it's sad. But not to get too much into the politics thing, I just want to know why. What makes Bill Gates qualified, and RFK, if you want to be fair, and RFK, what makes them qualified to give us any advice about
that
our health?
RFK sounds like he's about one pack away from full-on emphysema.
No.
He huffs, he's
I don't
wheezing.
want to make fun of somebody's medical condition, but
Does he have a medical
I
condition?
don't know if he does or he doesn't.
If he has a medical condition, then he shouldn't be in there. You know, they're playing all these games and shit. You know what? Hey, how's this? Hey, China, here's we're taking all our land back. All the farmland you bought here in the United States, close to our military bases, close to strategic, farmlands and stuff. We're gonna go ahead and take that back. F you, get out of our country.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, Lloyd, I think they're about done too. Good observation. Thank you.
Huh? Oh, the hash brown?
Lloyd,
Lloyd
I don't
Christmas?
even want to try to say that last name and butcher it. He says those potatoes look about done.
Lloyd Christmas?
Lloyd Tagnan. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, sir.
You don't catch that, do you? You don't catch that
Dan
reference?
Tagnan. Okay, yeah.
Lloyd
that's
Christmas, you don't catch that reference?
No, I don't.
Ask him if he catches it.
Do you catch that reference, Lloyd? You did it perfectly. Thank you.
It's from it was from the movie.
Of course, he says. Yeah, a lot of these, sorry.
Throwing shit at me?
A lot of these movie references, I guess I just don't get. I've never been a big movie buff, so I don't watch a lot of movies. Obviously, Mr. West Texas has watched a lot of movies. He says Dumb and Dumber.
Yep.
Well, I have seen Dumb and Dumber. I have seen Dumb and Dumber.
Okay. Now I watched another video where they put a big scoop of peanut butter on the pan.
Mm-hmm. Peanut butter.
They put a layer of the pancake mix on the pan.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put a scoop of peanut butter and jelly, and then pour another layer on top of it, and they flip it over, and it's like peanut butter and jelly filled pancakes. It sounded interesting,
Yeah,
but
that does not sound good to me.
no.
No.
I'm gonna turn this fire off. So
I can't find a.
what do you need?
This bowl. I couldn't find a bowl to mix.
Yeah, I don't know where all our bowls
Oh,
are.
look.
Do you need me to reach that for you? Oh, there's a shitload of bowls in there.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Dub C, you're not too late for breakfast.
Heck no.
There's still more to go. Mrs. here is gonna make some pancakes.
Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Today, it's not gonna be homemade. Hi, Debsy. How are you? What is going on this morning? Anybody have any subjects they want to discuss?
So, hold on real quick. I just want to show, the chat what Mrs. got to bring home from the coin store, from the coin shop yesterday. Oh, look at that. See that's beautiful right there. It's it's old, but it feels all intact.
Man, I wish you could take a piece of that out and put it in my ring. Look.
Yeah, but that's not
I
the
know,
same
it's
as
not the
what's
same thing, I know, but it looks similar.
See, it's all sterling. 925.
Humble.
I'm sorry, I'm not even showing. I got sidetracked. So, Mrs. decided to ask the owner of the vault if she could go through all the sterling. Well, this wasn't all of it, but yeah. So she's going to go through all this and sort it and untangle all the pieces. But I don't know how. I wanted to get a scale to see how much that weighed. But that's a 3-gallon bucket, about half full of sterling silver.
Is that you, Aaron? Certified E-boy? Is that you? I don't know.
Was that who?
Aaron. Might not be, I don't know. That was funny, Humble. He put, oh well, if they aren't homemade, I'm leaving. Anything made at home is homemade. That is so true. Silver Spurs 420. I think that might be Aaron. I don't know though. It may not. I don't know.
Certified E-boy?
Yeah.
Type.
I don't know if it's him or not. I've
Type.
seen him.
I don't know.
use
He
E-boy.
said type shit.
No, he put type.
Yeah, and then the next one says type shit.
Yeah, that is Aaron. Aaron, you're so funny. I don't see it. Oh, now I see it. No, I don't see that on mine.
Oh, I don't know. That's on mine. So what were we saying? Oh, that's a nice little bucket of sterling silver, huh? Yep.
Yeah, our LCS loves me.
You need to make him some food.
I am. I'm cooking for him next weekend. I've already told you. I'm going to cook for him. I actually absolutely love our local coin shop owner. Like, he's family, straight up. Like, he is family to us. We love that guy. We were very blessed to be able to have someone like him.
Do you need eggs for that?
I do.
Ooh, is it hot in here or is it just me?
It's just you, baby. Don't you know you're on fire?
Yeah, I know. Ooh, banana pancakes? I thought are you going to make blueberry pancakes?
Hi, Megan. How are you, sweetie? I wonder what the value of my silver will be when I get the thermos filled to the top. Wow.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
But it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good amount. And if you do go through with the whole treasure hunt thing, Transit, it's going to be newsworthy. It's going to be like national newsworthy. You know what I mean? That's going to be awesome.
Well, Megan, Mr. West Texas made bacon, hash browns, and sausage. And now I am mixing up some pancakes, and I'm going to make some pancakes.
Are you going to do blueberry pancakes?
I can.
Do blueberry pancakes.
Are you going to eat them?
Well, yeah, I'll eat one or two.
Yeah, as long as you'll eat them. So now I'm currently mixing up pancake batter, and y'all are going to get to watch me, if you want to stay on here, make some pancakes.
Well, right now they're just looking at an empty stove.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
Look at is that how far you're behind?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now we're back on track. Let's see. I need new measuring cups. I can't even read. This one's the stuff's faded on it. Okay. Here we go.
Count the lines.
I can't even see the lines.
So
Okay, sweetie. Yeah, stay on here with us and watch us.
You know,
How are you today, Megan? What are you up to? Okay, sorry, Mr. West Texas.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, that's another tuba.
I'm happy you decided to join us today. All of you. I need 1 cup of milk.
So, you know, Constitutional Stacker put out that challenge of a tube of dimes a week for 4 weeks. I couldn't get one last week because it was the holiday. But what do you guys think? Out of these two, the Mercury and the Roosevelt dime, which one is the best? Like, I know the pros and cons to them, but all around, like, which one in a street fight, Mercury dime versus Roosevelt dime, which one wins?
2 tablespoons of vegetable oil.
Yeah, I help cook.
Well, he does help cook breakfast, yes.
This stuff?
Yeah, but he works a lot, so he can't really help me too much. But he does help when he can. The Mercury looks like the best, but I guess those old dimes have more weights.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dub see that too.
Winged Liberty.
Yeah, the Wing Liberty, that's what it is. They call it the Mercury dime because it resembles that.
Okay, so see,
Roman.
even when I was talking about them, I never knew they were called Winged Liberty.
Well, that's the actual name of them. Mercury dime is just a nickname because they look she looks like the goddess Mercury with the wings,
Right.
or whatever. Two dime.
Boy, oh boy. The dishes are piling up.
Humble, that's true. No, I feel the same way. If it wasn't the same design, I bet it would get a lot more love. I mean, it definitely has a lot more weight. It definitely holds a lot more weight. But there's always that argument, there's a lot of arguments with it.
I'm mixing.
There's the whole gold back versus constitutional silver, and then there's the Mercury versus Roosevelt dime. I saw that transit. I'm gonna watch that here a little bit later. That video you put out. That sounds. I would like to. I would really like to see, because I feel like we're a bit spoiled with what we, Scoot over this way. There.
Excuse me. I do not need to be positioned, sir.
The second dime I was showing, the Mercury dime, the Wing Liberty dime.
Am I supposed to use that pan?
Yeah, that's the flattest one we got. Not unless that's the.
I just didn't know if that's why you left it.
Not unless you want to use a different one. Yeah, Megan, that's the Mercury dime, or the Winged Liberty dime. You know, a lot of people, and I'll be honest, when before I started stacking, I didn't know that there was any other dimes out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just didn't know. I just thought that you know that like I knew about the $50, but I never knew that there was Barber dimes or Roosevelt dimes. You know. Uh,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I moved my bowl. So I'm just adding some. Ooh, the juice is coming out. These are been outside of the freezer for a minute.
Good.
I don't
like
want to
it.
put too many. I don't like a lot. Just
I like it. Oh, I do like them. That's probably enough.
yeah, all the juice. Like some
I
of that's
don't know
juice.
if you got enough
Batter.
pancake mix.
It feels a
Transit.
little. It's a little watery. It's a little too watery.
So who has the most dimes? I'm around 5,000 now. I don't have that many dimes.
Oh no, we don't have near that many.
You know, Richard, to tell you the truth, we're kind of light on the 90%. We're kind of light on the constitutional silver here. I wouldn't even think that we have. I wouldn't even think that we have. We might be.
I'm so sorry.
Shit.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
We might be close to maybe $50 face value. Maybe. I don't know.
Do y'all think that looks? I don't know if y'all can tell. Looks a little too thin.
I think it's good.
Let's try making one. After I'll put some more.
Did I make any more coffee?
Yes, Megan. We actually have a little stack of $2 bills that I've collected. So yeah, that definitely know what a $2 bill looks like for sure. Megan, do you
Hey.
do you buy silver and gold too? Are you into buying? Do you stack? I have wind chimes made from 90% dollars and half dollars.
Yeah, he does.
That is so cool, Transit. Oh, you don't, Megan? Okay, you just like to watch the videos. Well, we're glad you joined our live.
It's something. It's something to get, to look into smartly, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I ran across, I was scrolling through Facebook yesterday earlier, and eBay, because I've been, we were looking at the stuff up on eBay, and eBay came up, and this guy was selling 100-gram bars of silver for $27. Well, there's no way. And like,
oh, chocolate chip pancakes. Yeah, my
Yeah,
kids
well.
they love chocolate chip. They like blueberry too.
they're still, and I, for the life of me, I would never understand why eBay allows that kind of trash on there,
Richard. Oh wait, humble. That's humble. Okay. I wonder where LJ is. LJ, you in here? Buddy, LJ's not on today.
See, you gotta have this pan a certain way, otherwise it's like leans.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just this type of stove, but like a lot of.
See, like right there, it's not that bad.
I know, but half
look,
the
like-
pan's not on the it's. Yeah, it's like you gotta have it like right in the middle. See that one? That one don't even sit up. I don't know what the deal is because these pans are not like old pans.
That one's brand new. We ain't even had it
Yeah,
that
you
long.
barely got this one yet, not too long ago. Like
All right, baby, start cooking something. Shit,
I'm letting it heat up.
I'm getting hungry. 7,000. Somebody said they had 7,000 was a good number. Um, Richard, I just, I, I saw a, hell, where did I? It was during the live. It was during somebody else's live. I was watching it, and somebody in the chat went on there and said that every stacker should have 1,000. Your watch right here. And that every stacker should have $1,000 face value for every family member in the household. And honestly, I thought that was a little excessive. Do you want the butter?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times I'll be watching something on and somebody will say, "Oh, well, you should have this and you should have that," or I just bought 20 ounces of gold. I just bought 20 gold buffaloes. And I just take it with a grain of salt. I don't believe everything everybody says in the chats,
Of course not. Did you get the butter out?
Yeah, that's right.
Can you open it for me?
So I mean, $1,000 face value.
Like I need something in here quick.
Like, how much is that? It's like $20,000 worth of silver.
That's been a little excessive, but
No, it's gonna be leave enough for the rest of them, Nah, Humboldt, definitely, it doesn't make sense, but you get some of these guys that recommend, excuse me, content creators that will recommend, that, and sometimes it can feel like they're being a little misleading to somebody that's a new stacker, with the, turn that fire down. What done husband work? Where do I work, Megan? Or do I do housework? I'm gonna be honest with you. I cook a little bit, and maybe 2 or 3 times out of the year, maybe I'll do the dishes.
it's if I'm lucky.
And I'll do some laundry. I'll do some of my own laundry.
He does his own laundry.
Sometimes.
Yep, that's true, Transit. Can't take it too serious.
Megan, I have 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs. I do suspension work, mechanic work on semi trucks, on commercial trucks, and I do pizza delivery. So if people sometimes ask why I don't do much housework, last pay period I worked 118 hours at my mechanic job and another 25 hours on top of that at the delivery job. So yeah, and your buddy's on.
Who? LJ! I was like, one of my friends got on here? I couldn't believe it. I was like,
LJ is
I
your
love
friend.
I love pizza too, Megan. Yes, LJ, I'm so glad you're here. I was looking out for you. LJ is my friend.
That I know.
LJ is one of my only friends.
Nah.
Well, I had a girlfriend come over last night, visit for hours. It was nice. She was here. She came in to visit from out of town, but she moved away. She came to see me, and it made me really happy.
Hey, what you do with my spoon? Holy. Golly, that's a lot of dishes. Well, we both kind of are, Megan. We both kind of are YouTubers. I wouldn't say that I'm. I don't know. I don't know.
He started the channel, but like we do it together. He was sweet enough to ask me if I wanted to do it with him.
Yeah, you're gonna turn that fire down.
No, I don't think it got high. Just evaporating the butter.
It is. Look, it's all there's your butter going all up into the
Ether.
We're not famous YouTubers by any means.
No.
We're just regular old people.
Good old humble small time YouTubers.
Humble.
No, I am. I don't know about you. LJ, what have you been up to? What's going on? What do you know? What's the latest on the investing front? What should I be investing in next? Now I let it get too cool. I'm not very good at cooking and doing other things.
Did you see Nino Rodriguez last stream with Juan 007 or 07?
107, yes, I was watching it last night. Are you talking about what Trump had truthed out? About supposedly it pretty much. What did it say? What is it that I read to you that he? It was something crazy.
You know what?
It's talking about Biden being a clone.
Robot.
Biden was a robot, or anyway, basically saying Biden wasn't real. Yeah, I saw that definitely.
I don't.
I was just asking you, LJ, if you knew if there was any good crypto or any good investments to make right now.
Nothing. Save your money. Silver and gold. Silver and gold.
XRP's gone down quite a bit.
Yeah.
But now's a good time to buy.
There's a reason. It's probably going to jump down below $1 again.
Yeah, but it's going to come back up.
Unicorn fart dust, baby. That's all it is unicorn fart dust. Can you hold that XRP?
Well, I can hold my phone in my hand and see how much my balance is on Coinbase.
Can you hold that? Can you hold that Indian? That 2.5 Indian?
Yeah, yes, he was executed in 2020. That's right. I don't know, humble, but Trump truthed it out. It was crazy. Everybody was talking about it.
Not everybody.
Well, all the people I listen to.
I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I'm kind of pissed off at
Put that up. I need some oil. That's gonna make them way too salty.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm kind of pissed off at the guy. You know what I mean? We need to drill, baby, drill, and he's not saying it. He's not moving us in that direction.
Look what he just put.
Yeah, don't flip it. Don't flip it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to make it?
Flip it. Hell, I don't care.
You
Go
okay, it's
ahead.
done?
No, go ahead. Flip it. Flip it. Yeah, good timing on the flip. Flippity doo dah.
I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but I don't make exactly the roundest pancakes. They taste the same though, I promise. It don't have to look pretty to taste
See, LJ says wait for the bubbles in the mix, then flip. Make it more fluffy.
Ooh, I like fluff.
Now, yep. So that's kind of where we're sitting at right here. I mean, we can see it. I can see it in both jobs, which is really strange because you wouldn't think that pizza delivery would have anything to do with the oil field.
Yeah, but
right?
it's a chain reaction.
But everything here is connected to the oil field. So when it slows down,
we struggle.
People don't order as much. You know, people don't order as much pizza or go out to eat as much. And if they do, they damn sure don't tip. That's for sure. You know?
I just didn't think there's people out there that existed that didn't tip the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's partly Pizza Hut fault too, because
Yeah, it is.
Because they charge that $6 delivery
Yeah,
fee.
you can thank Pizza Hut for a lot of the reason you don't get tips.
That's why you stack her. Yep, that's why we stack. Well, no, Transit, they don't, but I mean, well, what's gas here today? 2 something?
I would not know.
You know, it fluctuates
Never
here.
know what gas
that's
is.
What, don't put that on. You're putting it on the
I'm sorry.
screen.
I need to have it like that.
Yeah. Whatnot, that man, that could be a pretty good gig, you know. That whole thing with no tax on tips and overtime.
Look at this pancake. It is so funny looking.
I don't know how well that's going to
That
work
is
out.
hilarious.
You know? Like the no tax on tips, I get, but the whole thing with no tax on overtime, you know, that's kind of.
This is the guy I need.
You have to make less than 100K a year for the tax break. Oh, for the no tax on tips? Well, see, I wonder how that would affect me then, because, you know, because between both jobs, I wonder if they'd be like, oh no, you still, even though you only make tips at this one job, the other job still affects it? I don't know. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. Overtime won't qualify. I don't think so either. I mean, if overtime, as much as I'd hate to say it, you know, if what would probably end up happening is they would cut down overtime, you know? What do you think, baby?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm just trying to get through each day.
Just try to get through each day and Oh yeah, overtime. Which I do. I do work a lot of overtime, you know? Something like by midday Thursday, I'm usually on overtime. Anything after like lunchtime on Thursday, from so half of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is all overtime. But if they did miraculously say, you know what, we're not going to tax overtime, how much would that make things go up? Because let's not fool ourselves. When people make more, corporations raise prices.
Yeah.
Oh well, these suckers got more. They got more money, so we're going to raise the price on things.
If everybody were to become a millionaire overnight, bread would be $1,000 a loaf. That's just the reality of it. That was just an example.
Yeah, that is a bummer. What what are y'all allowed to run 8 hours a day? Is it 8 or 10?
No idea.
And I get it. I get that I get that there was a lot of truck drivers back in the day would push the limits and
They
try to
used
run.
to make a lot of like over the counter like caffeine pills and stuff for truck drivers. Do they still do that? I don't know.
Yeah, all that junk behind the counter.
They sell one
crap.
called at the smoke shops called hydroxyz, and Aaron's like that crap is so dangerous. People are buying it
Yeah.
like crazy.
So 11 hours of driving time. Wow.
See if I can make a little mini one.
But it's a shame because they try to regulate the amount of driving time like that, but they let every I can't say it. They let every sandal wearing son of a bitch. God dang it, I want to say it so bad.
Don't you do
But I
it.
can't do it.
Don't you do it.
They let every foreigner. We see it here in West Texas every day. Some sand hauler is either smashing into everybody or trying to do a U-turn out there on some farm to market road and ends up blocking both lanes with his trailer. Non-English speaking.
Don't give up.
Don't give a hoot, but they come here and they think that they still drive like they're in some third world country, have no regard for nothing,
For other human life.
and fires me up.
Well, then let's get off the subject, because sometimes our mouths can get us in trouble.
And I mean, it just. LJ got head on by one.
Really, LJ? That is crazy.
You know, and we're just seeing it more and more. Like we're seeing it more and more.
You were
where
lucky,
these guys
LJ.
just
A lot of people around here are not so lucky.
You know, as much as we like to say that the Permian Basin runs off of oil, it runs off of big trucks too. You know.
So, here's my beautiful shapeless pancakes.
They don't look purple.
Yeah, I don't know. The batter was a little purple, but.
Good enough.
You want to put it on you?
Put what on me?
Camera?
I guess I'm gonna fry me a couple eggs because you know I gotta have eggs.
Can I put this paper plate in here?
Sure, it's not hot enough. I just have it.
What do you make your eggs? I'm going to.
I don't know why I gotta cough so much, huh?
You want me to leave my phone right here so you can read it?
Where are you going?
I'll be right here. I'm going to go on my laptop.
So I get pretty, how would you say, passionate about that.
I see, that's what I'm telling you. My laptop's battery lasts like 1 hour. Y'all don't ever buy $100 laptop.
And Humble, sand hauler. They haul frack sand. They haul frack sand around, and frack sand is what they use to mix with water, I believe, and shoot it down the hole when they're drilling.
There's a lot of chicks that work in the oil field here. It's pretty wild. They go out at these sites and have to do stuff.
Yeah. What kind of chicks are you talking about? You mean like oil field women?
Oil field chicks, yeah.
Or the other kind that say they're going to go clean the company man's trailer?
No, I'm not talking about those kind. I'm talking about legit women that work in the oil field. I mean,
You know?
why would you think that equates to one of those?
Because you said do stuff.
Oh, I said they have to go out to the sites. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what their job titles are, but I've seen them, you know, on Facebook and stuff. People I went to school with. There's some that work out in the oil field.
Oh, cool. I don't
And
know.
no, they're not ladies of the night. I'm sure there are those type of oil field workers here, though. I mean, we all know it. The riffraff comes in with the traffic.
Yeah.
And last time we had an oil boom here, boy, did we have a lot of riffraff. I mean, there were women on just about every corner here.
Humble's had to rebuild his stack multiple times. And I think I didn't put. Get off that.
Hey, if you can rebuild your stack, that's awesome. That'd be hard to do. Have to rebuild it.
Yeah, Richard, oil field lizards. They're
Yes, yeah. Lot lizards, but like oil field lizards. They literally hear about, like, you know, when there's one here, they all know to pack their bags and get ready. There's a lot of men that come work here from out of town without their families. And, you know, I guess some of them get lonely. I don't know. Oh, yeah, LJ, they do. I'm not even kidding you. When they find out there's a boom here, they all come here from New York, from California. I mean, every corner of the United States. And I'm sure there's probably women that are from other countries that are trafficked.
Careful. Who brought up? LJ brought up Nino Rodriguez, right?
Oh yeah, I like Nino. LJ,
I can't
Mr. West Texas can't stand
I
Nino.
can't stand him. I can't stand
I mean,
Nino.
we all know Nino's cocky, but I mean, I love Nino. He's funny. He can be cocky. That's the only problem I have with him sometimes. But I like him. Mr. West Texas doesn't like me to listen to him. LJ, he's like, can you turn him off? So I usually have to listen to him on my headphones. On one of his shows, he's like, yeah, a lot of women's husbands don't like me. A lot of women tell me their husbands don't like them watching me.
There's something about that guy. He's a truther. Truthers are all they're in it for is
I heard he
profit.
makes like $100,000 a month, LJ, but I don't know if that's
All
true.
they're in for is profit. They're
No,
not.
I think Nino genuinely cares. His parents are elderly. He's
If
trying
he
to take care
cares,
of them.
if he cares, he wouldn't put out that nonsense that he was putting out last night, talking about robots and AI and clones.
You don't, sweetheart, AI's already here. It's a real thing.
Okay, but I don't believe in clones and shit.
Well,
They didn't clone Biden.
You're right. You don't have to believe in any of that.
All right. Well,
but,
I mean,
but some people.
but this guy's putting that crap out there, and it's weak. It's getting into weak-minded people's
How do
heads.
you know it's not true, though?
You think they're cloning people?
I don't know what they're doing.
Go clone me some bitch
If
to
I
go
could
take
clone,
my,
I'd have done clone myself so I could get more shit done.
Yep. So I can work more hours.
Coming at you live from the apocalypse.
You know? I
I
just
can't
don't.
do his like gruff, mean voice.
Yeah, well,
That's right, LJ.
I
Yes.
tell you that,
Thank you.
you know what really sealed the deal
And
for
he
me?
always says, I don't necessarily mean this reflects what I believe. I'm just putting it out there and y'all decide.
You know what really sealed the deal for me was when he had that damn wackadoodle lady on there
Do you
talking
remember
about.
LJ when he had, I can't think of her name, some lady that claims that she like speaks to
She
angels
claims
or
she's a
God.
prophet and she talks directly to God. And
I know, but he always makes it clear, I am interviewing this person, but that doesn't mean that I believe what they're saying.
but if you got somebody on there talking that kind of nonsense,
But that's what,
you
that's
just
why,
shut it down.
but that's why
like,
he
I'm
tells
sorry,
us, like,
lady, you're crazy.
it's up to you.
Go
whether you
get
believe-
mental help, and we're
Okay,
done.
But he says, this is what this person is claiming. It's up to you whether you believe it or not. You make your own discernment. He says that. He doesn't tell us what to believe.
Did everybody want eggs?
I don't.
Okay, then
The
we're
kids
done.
aren't really big. Nobody's a big egg eater but you.
Yeah, buddy. That's just the way I see it. You know, you don't, like, at some point you have to hold yourself accountable to what your guest speakers are saying. I just don't believe in all
LJ
that.
said he wants 2 eggs. Get to it. LJ, what's the weather doing where you're at? Is it hot?
I don't like this new stand.
Watch our subscribers drop.
Our viewers.
Viewers.
Hi, everybody. Here, sweetheart. I don't need that anymore. Well, yeah, LJ. You know, there's that aspect of it too. You know, the First Amendment saying,
Hi, Stick That Gold.
say what you want, but it don't mean that I got to buy into it. You know.
And I'm not asking you to. Do I ever talk about it to you? No.
Nope, not anymore.
I used to try to talk to him about this stuff, LJ. Mr. West Texas is not of the same belief that you and I. Mr. West Texas believes everything's black and white. He don't believe there's any gray area.
No gray. No gray for me.
How are you, Stack That Gold? What are you doing today?
Just bacon, sausage, and that's it. And ketchup.
We're just talking about
Oh.
this truther that we listen to. Mr. West Texas doesn't like him. Me and LJ like him a lot. And we're just having that argument. You're chilling? Cool. That's true, LJ. Nothing's as crazy as what the other side wants.
Just had some burritos. That sounds good.
Yum. Can't beat a Mexican breakfast, I'll tell you that much.
No. You need to learn how to make huevos rancheros.
There's a lot of Mexican restaurants here that you can go have breakfast at. Oh, they're so good.
Are you gonna eat?
Hold on. I was like,
Did you breathe wrong or something?
no. I was sneezing. I was trying to cover my face. No, I'll eat in a minute. I'm gonna get off the line. I know, Jay. I know some people of color that are more racist than any white person I've ever met.
I'm not racist.
He hates everybody equally.
I hate everybody equally.
He's not lying. Yeah.
I just don't go. I mean, I'm not mean, but I just don't go out of my way to be extra friendly to people.
Well, it depends on who it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I know somebody, I know somebody. But if I don't, then you know.
Yeah, I know.
Like the other night at 7-Eleven or whatever it is,
Herman, my brother was gonna get him one not too long ago. He was thinking about getting him one, but I guess Mr. West Texas kind of shot it down because he was talking about there's no public land to go do it on here, and so he never got him one.
I'm with you, Humble.
I'm with you on that, Humble. We can't
So-
agree with Humble on that one.
What it is there's an ordinance, a city ordinance here in Odessa, that if you can't metal detect in the parks, anywhere.
Is it the same in Midland? Because he says.
I don't know if it's like that in Midland, but I know it's like that here.
Oh.
Or that's what I heard, anyways.
Well, you might
And
want to
that
make sure it's true.
And that if you get caught, they'll go and confiscate everything. Good luck. Catch me if you can, suckers. I'm old and fat. I can't run far.
He will definitely get caught by the most out of shape cop. We actually have a lot of cops that live on our block. It's like 3, 4 on this. Well, there's 2 on our block, and then there's like 3 or 4 that live on the actual street. Yeah, I think a metal detector is a great idea. That would be so fun. If,
I mean,
you and
it would.
Herman, you could get one too, and like y'all could go out and do that. That'd be cool.
Find a bunch of old gas lines.
Take it to the beach. Heck yeah! I wish we had a beach near us.
Yeah, that way. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm not against it.
I don't know. I think it would be fun. I do. His daughter has one also, Humble says. Yep, you're right, LJ. You're right. I truly believe there's clones. I do. I believe that technology was here back when they were having those world fairs. When they had all those babies in incubators. I think all those babies, the ones they used to repopulate the United States, I think all those babies were cloned. I don't think they ever had parents. There's no way they would have found that many pregnant women willing to give up their baby back then. There was like hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of them in incubators, and people would go to those world fairs and they would adopt these children. I know you know what I'm talking about, LJ.
I don't know.
I've never heard of that, LJ. Guru? So is that like the sickness they get? I'm not gonna say the word, but when they use that particular drug, is that like a sickness or what? What is that? Yeah, Well, I've heard that too, LJ, that his daughters were clones. Yeah, I've heard that. Do you know Big Mike didn't give birth to him? We all know that's for sure. We can all surmise that. I mean, we can all agree here. She didn't have them kids. Shim didn't have those kids.
That reminds me, I forgot what it was, but I just saw it recently. I forgot who it was. It was some expert, lady doctor expert. Somebody asked her if men can get pregnant and deliver a baby. And she says, of course, you've heard of the term butt babies before, right?
She was being serious.
She was being serious.
You can't make this shit up. Okay, I heard that some of the elites were getting sick because they didn't have it anymore. That's why they're saying a lot of celebrities are starting to look really old really fast. And they are.
They're starting to look really old really fast because of that goddamn Ozempic.
Maybe.
That's why.
Or maybe it's something else.
That Ozempic, I'm telling you, is turning all these.
Though. That Ozempic is not.
It's turning everybody into effing zombies.
It is not good for you. I mean, I would rather lose weight naturally. Like, I'll stay fat. No, thank you.
That's right. Stack that gold. They do drugs. And they take drugs. And
they do drugs, and one of them starts with an A. And that's a real substance. It's even been on a movie. A movie with Johnny Depp where he's on all those drugs. What is it called? I know you know all
Amber Heard?
The one that it shows them like tripping out. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That movie with Johnny Depp.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
That one, they bring up that A drug on there. They say they're doing it in that movie.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I believe it. I believe you, LJ. Hi, baby. There's some breakfast.
But,
You want to eat?
or blow. Yeah, which one hasn't he been on drugs on?
Man, they say that P. Diddy kept a little designer pouch. At all times, people had to be following him with his, his drugs. So they can make sure they were right there with it when he wanted it. I don't know if any of y'all have listened to the details of this trial, but it'll blow your mind.
Hey, you know what?
How disgusting this demon. There's no other way to describe this person. That's why I'm talking. He's a demon. DA's hard pushing that Ozempic. I believe it, Richard.
Well, yeah. Of course there would be, Richard. I mean, I'm a firm believer that there's another reason why the government hasn't tried taking full-on control of its citizens, and that's because the majority of the population are veterans.
Mm-hmm. And have guns.
And have
pew-pews.
Bang bangs. And, I mean, we might be out of shape, but...
Well, the number one reason they haven't taken over is because we have the right to carry.
But, what was it?
Or have
1,325 feet per second.
Own up.
You don't need to be in great shape. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I believe it's to make people go nuts, lose their functions, lose their train of thought, do shit without even, like, I don't know, it's weird. And let's face it, this country, the citizens of this country, instead of doing a little bit of hard work, they would love just to take a pill for it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this pill. Well, here's a pill. Well, this pill will fix everything. When in reality, maybe walking your ass around the block would do the same thing, I'm not talking about your ass, because my ass definitely needs to go around the block 5 or 10 times.
You know what? We are definitely not in shape, and we could probably could use some of that Ozempic, but no, not taking it. Exactly, STG. That's how I feel. I've gained a lot. I'm probably way more than I ever have in my entire life, and I won't take it.
You're not gonna like these hash browns, or you might. I don't know. I don't like them.
You know, I am not really ever hungry in the mornings. I don't ever eat breakfast during the week.
Yeah, I am.
No, that's right, Herman. We don't. We bang first and ask questions later. Bang bang, you get it? I'm just kidding.
But so of course, you know, if they could figure out a way to do away with most of the veteran population, that would be to their benefit.
Of course, that's why they don't take care of the veterans.
Yeah.
Because they want them all to just kind of slip out of society and be forgotten. And
or effing good.
really, I wouldn't. I couldn't tell. Could y'all tell if it was good or not?
Well, let's face it. You know, for the last 2 nights in a row, you know all I've had to eat? An 8-piece chicken wing and a Wiener Schnitzel chili dog.
Okay, but how often do you not have dinner?
That's all right. I'm still fat. I got
He
plenty
does
of
get
reserves.
dinner every night, but I took my girls
Oh,
to
that's
the skating
fine.
rink.
I'm not
and
saying
that's what
I'm not
put-
saying that about you.
No, I know, but
Saying
I
that's
just
why
not
my
want
whole
anybody to
plate.
think that I don't feed you just because it's the weekend.
Oh, dang, I forgot what else I was gonna say.
Our vets get a bad rap. That's sad, though. They shouldn't.
Oh, here's another thing.
It's
you know,
almost like they get treated like the homeless.
there's a lot of Facebook ads. Excuse me. I see a lot of this shit, and I don't know why on Facebook. These people that have clearly never served a day in their life, they're paid actors. They go on there and they're talking about if you're a veteran, we can get your VA status, your disability status. We could get it up to at least, you know, from a 20% all the way up to 100%, you know. And if you ever served, if you're a veteran, you know, follow this ad and we can get your disability at 100%, you know. And that's bullshit. I think that is complete, utter bullshit. Just because you're a veteran doesn't mean that you're entitled to have disability. Am I disabled?
Nope.
Maybe a little bit mentally.
I was just gonna say, not physically.
But shit, I was disabled a little bit mentally to even sign the papers to go into the Marine Corps. You know? I mean, we all were. And nobody
in their right mind would ever sign those papers.
no sane 18-year-old said, I'm going to join the Marine Corps.
And
No, we all had some kind of mental issues before that, you know? I mean, we all had something wrong in our brain housing group to be like, hell yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go, you know? But for these guys that come out of the service that never saw any combat, that never, maybe they freaking rolled their ankle, you know, in boot camp, and now they're thinking that they're, you know, that they're entitled to 100% disability. That's bullshit.
Mr. West Texas has never used anything from the VA. I mean, he hasn't had to, thank God. But we might one of these days. You never know.
Well, I mean, that's why I have private insurance through my employer. You know, I could use, I could sign up and use the VA,
Yeah.
but
You don't need it.
how often do I go to the doctors?
Never.
I
And
should.
You need to go get a colonoscopy.
Yeah, I need to get the whole finger in the bunghole.
No, I'm not kidding. You have to.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I do.
Like As a matter of fact, I'm gonna set that up this week.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
No, I want to make sure you're healthy.
Just to let you know, I'm gonna set up a day that that day that it happens, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the day off of work, the
That's
whole
fine.
day.
That's fine. You get put to sleep. You have to.
You don't get put to sleep to get the finger in the butt.
Yes, you do. To get a colonoscopy, they have to put you to sleep. They put tubes up your butt.
They just the doctor
Who
gloves
here
up.
Who here has had a colonoscopy? Please let us know what happens. I've never had one, but I'm pretty sure they put you out now.
LJ says find a doc with small hands.
No, they put you out now. My mom told me they put you out now.
Our viewer count just
Keeps dwindling.
fucking dropped.
Herman says, I got the rubber gloves. Herman's willing to do it. Just kidding.
Our view count just dropped. It's like, what the hell?
Why are these people talking about colonoscopies? This is not my kind of chat.
What are these? Listen to these old people.
No, I'm talking about having a colonoscopy.
Humble
not,
says you do.
Not
They do.
thinking of when they check your prostate. I'm talking about a colonoscopy. Colon. And I don't imagine
When
they keep you awake and put tubes up your butt, but that would be horrible. That would be torture.
Prostate finger colonoscopy is tubes. Oh man.
Well, I know I'm talking about just like a good old colonoscopy. They check your colon, I guess.
Hey, this is what I gotta look forward to, huh?
Well, I mean, you're at that age. You should have had one 2 years ago. My brother had to get one.
Culo.
Well, Herman's a little bit younger than me, isn't he? He's like a year or two younger than me, so he hasn't had to have one yet. But Herman, we're getting there.
Maybe I'll let the Grays do it.
Right?
Hey, I'll tell
The
you
Grays will
what.
gladly do it for you. You stack that gold. Just ask J-Lo.
You find me a woman doctor to do it then, because I ain't going to no dude. Ain't no dude getting no finger up my butt or tubes or nothing. Putting me
So
under.
you'd rather a lady put her fingers up your butt? Does it matter?
But she can't put anything else up there.
It really doesn't matter. No,
No.
nobody's gonna think you're GAY. I promise.
Better not.
Welcome to old age. Yeah. They even want you to watch.
Nope.
Well,
I don't like going to doctors because every time I've been to a doctor, they always tell me the same shit. Come back in 2 weeks.
no.
Go.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
Go to
hold
the
on.
lab. Come back in 2 weeks.
They tell him, okay, we need to check your blood, get your blood checked, whatever. If he needs any testing, they'll send him to do that, and then they'll send him to a specialist. And he doesn't want to go to a specialist. He doesn't want to go to another doctor. Why should he have to go to another doctor? And I try to explain to him.
Because when I go to the specialist, that son bitch tells me the same thing.
There's
Come
no-
back in 2
there's
weeks,
no-
and then the other guy tells me to come back in 2 weeks, and next thing you know, I'm out every 2 weeks. I'm out 80.
No man to knock me out and explore my culo.
Yeah. You know, and now they got it to where every 2 weeks I'm out $80 because I'm going back and forth between the two. That's bullcrap.
I bet Diddy would like that job. Definitely. Hey, we stack that gold. You should be going to the trial and reporting to us. That'd be cool.
Is it in New York?
Yeah. If you have a hairy ass, they're gonna wax it. They gotta find the bullseye. Herman, you're hilarious. Well, they're gonna do a special on your poop. Why?
Yeah, I just don't.
Poop
I don't.
shoot.
I don't.
Poop shoot. That's what you meant to say.
I just don't like doctors. I don't like going. I don't like
Well, it
how they
could,
do
but
people.
going to a doctor could save your life. It's the sad reality.
Yeah.
And you have small children still, so you have to.
Well, I
what you gotta
get
do.
that. I get that part of it, but you know, I mean, let's be honest, you know, and I mean, we weren't made to live
sometimes
forever, you know.
I understand that, but you're what, 47?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just taking, you're just gonna take the, you're gonna play your cards that way. You're just gonna take the risk that you will, you gotta die someday. So I'm still
Well,
gonna
that's
get
not what
checked.
I'm saying.
Okay, well, I would like for you to go get
Okay,
checked.
and it's kind of a shitty way of me of looking at it too. I mean, I'm not saying I'm right for looking at it this way, but there's that nursing home right down here on the corner, right by the
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Hut. Just about 2, 3 times a week, I see the ambulance and the fire truck pull up there,
Yeah.
and it's sad. But I mean, if you're 96 years old and you're in a nursing home and you start having a medical emergency and they rush you to the emergency room, how many times, or how many, you're 96, how many times do you want them to prolong your life?
Well, that's why
You
you
know
can
what I mean?
sign a what is it, DNR? That's why you sign that.
Yeah, I mean, you get what I'm saying though?
At a certain point, when you're tired, you just say, "Look, I want to sign a DNR," and then that's it. They don't bother.
Yeah, that's transit,
Well, it's
that's
just
true.
there's just so much poison and everything now that it's hard not to get sick. My dad died of cancer. It started with his bladder. If he got checked more often, they would have caught it earlier. Just saying. Exactly, Humble. You know what's sad is my grandfather actually went like he was supposed to, went and got checked. Well, the doctor missed his cancer. He had it early stages of it. Well, by the time they went back, and found it again, it was already too late. But
Yeah.
that was doctor error. That was purely doctor's error. And my grandfather, he may have died anyway, but he would have had a fighting chance had that doctor caught it.
Look, I'm not saying that that people shouldn't.
I know, I already thought
But
I'm losing my sight
you know,
and my memory.
my dad had enough. When he was 80 years old and he had enough. He could he chances are he could still be alive right now. I mean, it's only been a year, right? And
Yeah.
he had enough. He was tired. So his he wasn't doing the thing, he couldn't do the things he loved anymore. So that's just, I mean, I think it puts a strain on the medical field too, on the medical system to keep trying to, not to cure somebody, not to, you get what I'm saying?
Did you see what LJ wrote? That's already a problem anyway, LJ. Trust me, with Mr. West Texas, that's already been an issue. He was the second date we went on, he was already farting comfortably. He didn't even care.
If you hold it in, it comes out as bad breath.
Well, you had that too. I just didn't want to hurt your feelings. I'm just kidding. No. Aw. There you go.
You gonna eat?
In a minute.
In a minute.
We're doing a live. I want to eat right now. I want to
Okay.
be able to talk.
I'd eat.
We know. We all watched it. We all watched him eat. They need an age that reversal drug. Oh, okay. So transit. That's a funny point that you. That's funny that you say that because there's a theory that there's already these med beds out, and these med beds, what they do is you get in them and it's like some kind of quantum technology, and it'll literally repair your DNA. And when it repairs your DNA, it regresses your age. And they're saying that technology already exists and that it can regrow lost limbs for you. It can help with mental issues. It can cure most diseases. If that is something, and it is something we will have sometime in the future. It's just we are advancing so quickly technologically. It wouldn't be so far-fetched to believe that technology does exist and is out there. Yes, using frequencies. Yes, there you go. Everything is like Nikola Tesla said. Everything is frequency. Frequency is the key to a lot of cures, and they already know that.
Well, then how come you won't ever let me turn up the radio in the car when we're going down the road together?
Because some of that music's devil music, and
it is not.
Gives you the wrong vibrations. Yes, it
is.
It
is not.
Yep, 369 hertz exactly. And I don't know if you've heard of a Rife machine, LJ, but they say that those Rife machines will get rid of cancer, and also that ivermectin will too.
Oh, don't start with that.
I'm not. That's all I'm gonna say about
hokey
that.
Shit. It's a horse dewormer. Your mom took it and had the crappers for 2 weeks.
I know it was cleaning out all the parasites.
Yeah, for sure it was, because your mom's just full of pinworms.
No, I'm just kidding. She took too much. That's why.
Don't matter.
Okay. Well, anyway, besides that, they say that these med beds are awesome.
Yeah. Michael Jackson had one in the 80s.
And that they do age regress because of the fact that they can repair your DNA. So
Michael Jackson had one in the 80s.
That's funny, LJ.
Hey, I'll tell you some weird shit that I saw today this morning before I went to the Walmart.
What?
Rick Springfield on there talking about playing the guitar, talking about singing about I wish I had Jesse's girl. 75 years old.
Oh, sing it again.
Look him up. Look him up.
Can we hear you sing that again?
Yeah. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. You know? Look him up. Look him up on your phone right now.
No, thank you. I believe you.
I mean, clean living, eating right, exercising. We don't exercise. We halfway eat right.
We went to that, that concert, that Deftones concert.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you something. This guy was like in his 50s.
Yeah.
And he was performing like somebody in their 20s. Like he had this high energy. He was dancing, jumping, running all over the stage for like 2 hours.
You know what?
LJ.
Cocaine will do that to you.
Come on, give somebody some credit.
I mean, no, eating right, living clean.
Of course.
That will do
y'all hear
wonders.
About that? Has anybody seen that story about that vegan Russian girl? All she ate was vegan. Guess what? She passed away from starvation. She had a whole social media following and everything, and she would eat nothing but just smoothies and nothing.
I think I heard about this.
And she was so skinny. She was a beautiful girl, and she just slipped away. She just got skinnier, and she passed away from starvation. She was in her 20s.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to have meat. People don't realize that. You got to have meat. It
is the devil, LJ. Any of that stuff.
The only difference now between now and then, and why people are having so many health problems now, it's because 100 years ago people were eating bacon and eggs, right, for breakfast. That was their breakfast: bacon and eggs, right? Sausage.
Minus all the chemicals.
Yeah. Minus all the chemicals, minus all the hormones and all this other shit they're shooting up the animals with, but. They're literally, people were living longer, healthier, eating these so-called high cholesterol diets, right?
That's so sad to stack that gold because the kids have no choice. Yeah, that's horrible. That to me would be considered abuse.
LJ, eat what your grandparents cooked, yeah.
Oh man, my grandparents cooked some really good soul food, man.
But 20 years ago, you could go to a restaurant. I think maybe the biggest cut of steak you could order at a restaurant 20 years ago was maybe 16 ounces, like a 16-ounce steak. That was freaking huge back then. You would see that and you'd like, God, I could all flexing and shit because I got the biggest steak in the restaurant, And today, what's the average steak you get? 24? 24 and up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Are
What
the
about those?
portions
What are they called? Tomahawk?
those tomahawks? God, I was looking at one
I
today.
know.
God dang!
Those
But
look
I didn't
like
want to spend
you
$40 more.
remember that time
Yeah,
you bought one and we shared it? It was so
yeah.
good. It was a lot. He eats pretty good amounts, but one was enough for like I think it was
It
like
was
all
all
of
of
it.
us. Yeah.
Our whole family ate off of one of those tomahawks. It was crazy.
But you know, our portion size doubled. Therefore, more medical issues came.
Therefore,
You
more
know,
weight gain. That's why we have the highest
more weight
obesity
gain,
rate. Of course, this is
more
all
heart
facts.
problems, more. You know, and it's you know what's really nuts. Okay, is you know in the '90s and early 2000s and stuff, smoking was the
Hi,
hey
Mustard and
mustard and
Gold.
gold. Smoking was the reason that the for all the medical like diseases out there, you know, heart smoking and high cholesterol, right? People in general nowadays are smoking less. There's less people smoking now, smoking cigarettes now than there was back then.
Well, because of vaping. Though.
Well, some of it, yeah, some was because of vaping.
Have you noticed like a lot of people like are turning to that instead of like people that used to smoke?
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's reasonable. Stack that gold. I mean, you did it for your health. And some people, everybody's bodies are different. Some people,
Well, my boss there at the first job, he has high iron, so he can't eat red meat. And he says it's not because I don't want to eat red meat, is that I can't because
no, that would be horrible.
he's got high iron.
Poor
But
man.
he does eat. He's not vegan. He
It
eats
would suck
fish
to be
and
that rich
chicken
and not be
and
able to eat good
you know.
steak.
So no, I mean giving up red meat's not necessarily a bad thing. Really, we should be having a balance of it all. You know, chicken, fish, pork.
Grab me hat.
You know, what else?
I remember when
You know?
16-ounce drinks was a large. If you're second, you were full. 16-ounce steaks were bigger things on the menu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you go to another country and order from like McDonald's and you compare their large to our large, it's like our large is monstrous. It's crazy. Yeah.
I know, and you know what? And some of us
Well,
are so
American.
like
I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but Americans are gluttons. There's no
we're
other way to
gluttons,
put
yeah.
it. There's no other way to put
yeah, the
it.
majority of us are gluttons.
Not everyone. Please don't think I'm speaking. I'm sure some of you.
I mean,
are
shit. I just ate 3
not.
fried eggs, a hash brown, probably 3 pieces of bacon, and 2 pieces of sausage. That's way more than I would ever need.
Hi, Silver and Gold.
Hey,
Stack
Silver and
Attack.
Gold Stack Tech.
How you doing? Yeah, it was just everything was so simple. Everything's so complicated now. You know? That's good. Glad to hear you're doing good.
And okay, so let's put this out here too. So our portion size have doubled. Even cooking in the home, the portion size cooked in the home is bigger.
Yes, because you always tell me, why did you cook so much?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, because
Yeah, I never know how hungry
we
you're
never
gonna
know. I never know how hungry you're going to be. Sometimes you're really hungry. Sometimes
be. All right. So people are talking about how the price of food is rising and going up. Would it be fair to say that maybe the price of food isn't rising and going up, but our portions are bigger?
Maybe.
So it's the portion size is what's causing the increase.
Hi, Greg, 1967. How are you, dear?
Eggs are down, bacon's down. I know that today.
I'm glad we're starting to see it go down. All you can eat buffets. Yeah, we never go to those. Very rarely, huh?
Very rarely.
Very rarely we go to those. Every once in a while, once in a blue moon, maybe once a year, we'll go to Golden Corral. We never go to those Chinese buffets. Those are gross.
Oh, I love them damn places.
He does.
Oh, I love it.
Good morning. Good morning.
They had one of them Chinese buffets here, King Buffet. The health inspector went through and shut that place down.
And they opened it again, and he wanted to go
And
eat there.
as soon as it opened, I wanted to go.
And I said, hell no.
Hell.
We have a really good little Chinese place right here in the mall. And I mean, their portions, 2 people can eat off of 1 plate. And so that's, if we're going to do that. As a matter of fact, that sounds good.
It does sound good. So Humble doesn't agree with that is the reason why food costs more.
And that's fair.
Well, I'm not saying it's not the only reason. All right, I'm not saying it's the only
lot of
reason.
reasons. I'm sure.
saying that I'm sure it plays a
Yeah,
factor into the cost of food.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, exactly.
Like
there's a multitude of reasons and stuff.
I mean, the food prices are going up, and I think that some of that has to do with portions too.
And also too, like with vitamins, you have to be careful like what company you're buying from, because they're finding out a lot of these supplements aren't really even supplements at all.
Of course.
So y'all just and y'all may already know this, but just a heads up, just kind of always make sure that you do your research with vitamins, because I go to the doctor every 6 months, but I've been low on vitamin D, and that's dangerous. It is.
I know. You can never get too low on vitamin D.
Oh my god. Anyway. I'm not. I'm trying to be serious here. So anyway, I get it prescribed to me, and I don't know how good it is, but all my other vitamins I buy, I do my research. I buy from this company called Quality Life Labs.
Stack that gold. Very true. Very true on that. Portions are smaller, but the price is going up.
Yep.
Yep.
Recently, my mother bought a wok, and we have been making Chinese. Yes, woks. We need a wok. I do have a wok, but I want like one of those stove woks. I have one of those woks you plug in, and I like that, but I would love one of those stove woks. I think the culinary nutrition and all our food possibly got more water from worn out soil. In biblical times, it was supposed to allow fields to set fallow. Yeah, very true. You could be right. Good theory. Good theory. Could be the soil. It's probably part of it. A lot of it is their engineering, their geoengineering, and what they're doing to this stuff.
The ground is sour. No, and it could be. The ground could be sour.
Yeah, it doesn't even it doesn't even melt. Like it literally doesn't melt anymore.
What's that?
Ice cream.
No, I don't.
It don't melt.
What's that? What's that movie off of?
What?
Well, he's talking about the ground, and I said the ground is sour.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know y'all's movie references.
Where's one of them cards? Just pick one.
Yeah.
If anybody can get that movie reference, it ain't much. God, I can't. I can't. Anyways, the line is, they were talking about it, and the guy says, the ground is sour, Lewis. Guess that movie reference, and I'll email me, and I will send y'all that. It is a Great Northwest Investments certified authenticity and God we trust, 2.5 grains, pure silver. It's a pretty cool card, though.
I think these cards are cool, man.
They
They're
are
a little
cool.
collectible.
So, if y'all can guess that reference, the ground is sour. Email me and I'll mail that
how
off.
They said it in the movie.
Oh, I don't. Oh, LJ got it. LJ.
LJ, all right. Email us your address, buddy. We'll do some more of these because we got a bunch.
We do got a bunch.
We'll be doing some more of these for sure. I know it's not much, but it's a little something.
STG buying organic. That's That's cool, but they're talking about buying, even when you go to the store and you think you're buying organic, that it's really not organic.
What did I do?
Like eggs, free range eggs. They're free range eggs. They put them in a just a little bit bigger enclosure and call it free range.
It's just a bigger cage, is what he's
A
trying to
bigger
say.
cage, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I saw somebody up here saying that chemical fertilizers, LJ. Yep,
Yeah.
that's a major part of it. That Monsanto stuff. Remember that?
Hmm?
You remember Monsanto?
Was that off a movie?
No, it was that company. I think that was that fertilizer that had all those cancer-causing chemicals in it.
Roundup?
Roundup. I think they're the ones that make Roundup.
Yeah.
I think, is that right, y'all? I don't know. Monsanto. I just know that reference from something like that. Your hens are free range. Bet you get some pretty good eggs.
They were talking about putting on this changing the city ordinance to where you're allowed to have 3 chickens here.
Aw,
Yep.
that would be cute. We wouldn't be able to, with all the foxes and cats in our neighborhood. No way.
Well, you'd have to build a good enclosure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, organic. I mean, I do believe some of it is organic because when I buy organic vegetables, they tend to go bad quick compared to like just the regular.
Yeah.
So you
Of
know
course.
that they're organic.
Okay, but you look at the organic fruits and vegetables here in the U.S. compared to the organic fruits
Yeah.
and vegetables, say in Chile
Yeah.
or Peru, and you look at the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's funny, and I don't see Nickel in here, but if he was, I would give him a little bit of hell for this because you know how one day we were suggesting that he get a mail order bride.
Yeah.
So
Greg, we do Sam's. We do not have a Costco here, but they are building one in the town next to us, which is a city next to us, and
Midland?
it's going to be the biggest one in Texas. So we're excited. I'm going to go get my membership and go check it out when it
You
opens.
can drive all the way to Midland to go to
I
Costco.
will. Yes, I will. 'Cause
You're home.
Costco is way better than Sam's.
You sure?
I'm sure. Well, that's my opinion. It's just my
I
opinion.
don't. Oh, okay. And STG. Here's something that farm raised fish.
Oh yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh,
They say my brother, he's a scientist, and he's like, y'all don't ever buy tilapia. It's a disgusting, nasty,
yeah. I don't.
dirty
Well,
fish.
farm raised fish. They even farm raised salmon now. I've never, until I moved down here, I never bought fish at a grocery store ever in my life.
Oh yeah, that would be mustard and gold. My parents, they got some chickens, and they even like built a little like hen house and everything for them, and thought that they had them safe. Well, a fox was able to dig up under it and get in there. They didn't put like a foundation, like a cement foundation, so it was able to get up under there and
Yeah.
get in there. And those chickens they had little personalities. They were so cute. I remember my family was really sad. Then the last one, there was one left, and then they finally got that one too.
Chickens had little.
Oh, LJ says he
Personalities.
can taste the difference between farm salmon and fresh caught. That's Mr.
Well,
West
yeah.
Texas. He was always catching them up there, so he knows what
I
fresh.
yeah, up there in the.
Me, I would never know what fresh is like because I've always lived right here in this area.
Up there in the Deschutes River and the Columbia River, I always used to catch fresh salmon and steelhead. And if it wasn't that, I would just go to the little creek that ran through town and catch trout, or up to the lake and catch big rainbow trout. Good fresh caught fish, the meat firm, and it's funny because people used to try to identify wild caught fish by the pinkness of the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? These farm raised salmon that they get.
Have a good day, Humble. Thank
Humble,
you.
take care, man. Hey, we're gonna get that off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go
will,
right
Humble.
after I shut this off. I'm gonna go and get that round out.
And then he'll email you as soon as we get it mailed out. That way you can look out for it. Ooh, rainbow trout's delicious. I love
they
rainbow
they
trout.
inject it.
Also
They
love
inject it
bass.
with
Bass,
food coloring.
one of my favorite, and then king mackerel. Oh my god, so good.
I like Chinook.
Chinook's good.
Chinook salmon.
I think I've had Chinook. Salmon like Atlantic or Coho, they have the highest amount of lead in them. That's good to know, Greg. Thank you. I asked in a sushi place once if it was wild or farm raised. The guy laughed and said wild was too dangerous to eat. That's that.
But all the chemicals and
right.
You remember that? Remember that documentary we watched on the shrimp farms in Asia, in the Asian countries?
Oh, Michael, I'm sorry. I had a company in Mr. West Texas was working.
Yeah, I was at work.
Sorry we missed your show.
I'll
We'll try to jump
catch
on
him.
one soon. Yeah, he's always working, and then I had a friend surprise me that I hadn't seen in quite a while, so I was happy. Hi, John.
John Redcorn. Okay. Okay, Bobby. Oh, jeez.
I know.
And congratulations, Michael, on 500. That's awesome.
So happy for you.
Hey, if y'all want, drop
and LJ,
Michael's link in the.
Somebody drop his link, and LJ, don't forget to send us your address.
He said keep it and put it in the grill stack, but it's just a grain or 2.5 grains. We really appreciate that, but it's time we start giving some stuff out.
We need to start doing giveaways. We didn't do one when we got 1,000 or 500 or none of that. And I wanted to, we just didn't do it. But we are going to start doing more giveaways as well.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, Michael. You deserve it, buddy. You've worked really hard.
And you know what? Here's a. Hey, Mustard and Gold, have a good one, buddy. Take care.
God bless, Mustard. Have a good day.
Michael and Nancy, if you looked at their live videos.
We're sure, LJ. Please, we would love to start sending out some stuff. I know it's not much, but we have so many of those cards, so don't worry.
Michael has probably one of the most. It's definitely definitely like. It's a big collection of graded Morgans and Peace dollars. I mean, it is a stunning collection.
You, Greg. Thank you for deleting that message. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's an absolute stunning collection of Morgans and stuff like that. You know.
Of course, LJ.
So
we could do.
Like, I think and maybe there's a lot of people that have seen it, but nobody really talks about it too much. But Michael and Nancy definitely have. I mean, they have one of the more on YouTube. They have one of the more, like, I don't know. You'd have to see it. You would have to see it.
Their stack.
The stack of the Morgan dollars, the graded slabbed coins. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know.
And I love Nancy singing. She's got a beautiful voice. Such a sweet little couple.
So, and this guy was saying I looked like a Joe Rogan with autism.
Okay, first of all, they couldn't even spell. They couldn't even speak English, so just ignore it. It was just a bot.
Shit, I can't speak English anyway either.
No.
It's funny. You get those guys that speak English. Well, we don't speak proper English.
Not here
You
in
know,
Texas.
not anywhere in the
We
United
say
States.
"fixin" and y'all and all these
Not
words.
not anywhere in the United States do they speak proper English.
Yeah, everybody has their own
If
accent.
we spoke proper English, we would sound like a bunch of buffoons.
Thank you, Greg. I'm so happy that you guys look out for us. So thank you. We
Yeah,
really
thank you,
appreciate
Craig.
it. It means a lot to us. And I'm so happy for Michael and Nancy. They deserve it. So God
Definitely.
bless. God bless you and Nancy and your channel and your family. And I hope that you make it to 1,000 soon, Michael. I'm sure you will. Keep working on it.
Wow. You know, we have some peace dollars and we have some Morgan dollars, but we don't have that many, you know?
Okay, humble.
Anyhow, we should probably jump off this and think about some videos. We haven't made a video. Well, you made a video, what, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
2 weeks ago? I don't know. Honestly, I don't like, I want to make videos, but I'm right now, I'm in the whole buying.
You kind of run out of content. There's
Two-
only so many
tubes of-
ways you can talk about
Yeah.
this kind of stuff. So I tend to try to kind of go off the subject a little bit and talk about stories and like myths and stuff like that.
Well, here's a great one, and this is more like what happened to y'all the other night at that restaurant.
Right, last night.
Gratuity. Gratuity at restaurants. Tell them what happened.
So we went to eat, and they don't bring your ticket to the table. You have to go up to the register, and they don't give you a ticket. They just ring you up and tell you what you owe. You pay what you owe, and then they give you a receipt. Well, that's what they did. They charged her. My mom took me and my kids to dinner, and they charged. It was like $100. And my mom then turned around and gave the waitress a $10 tip. We got out to the car, she started looking at her receipt, and noticed that they had already charged her $10 for gratuity. Waitress didn't bother to tell her that and snatched the 10 out of her hand. So that
Yeah.
waitress got $20 tip for not doing much at all.
Yeah.
There was
I
hardly
think
anybody in there. You know, she came to our table maybe 2-3 times.
that restaurants, if they
I'm all about tipping, but
yeah,
that's
tipping's
BS.
awesome. But that whole hidden fees, the gratuity and shit like that,
Sneaking
they should
in
have
that gratuity
yeah,
like that.
they should have a sign on the door say we charge gratuity.
And don't think that it's not designed to where they don't give you your ticket and they make you go up there and pay first.
Yeah.
It's designed that way.
Yep. That way you leave extra.
And the food wasn't even that good, so we probably won't be going back to that place. It's just a little Mexican restaurant that's right down the street, so it's just an easy place to go eat, but their food's like getting
Yeah,
worse.
Stack
and
That
worse.
Gold says that sometimes it says it on the menu, but that a lot of these places,
I didn't see it on their
Yeah.
menu. If it might be on there, but I didn't see it. I mean, then again, I wasn't looking for it. Have a great day, Richard.
yep, y'all have a great day. We've been on here a little over 2.5 hours.
Right on.
Nice. Well, guys, we're going to jump off of here. Thanks for stopping by. I think, explaining gratuity on a video would be kind of cool, especially for stackers, because
Maybe
we
do a
kind of,
video about that fee, those delivery fees too.
yeah, yep,
Let people know we don't get that. That doesn't
Right.
go to us.
yep. All right, everybody, y'all take
thank
care.
y'all.
Thanks for stopping in.
Had a good chat with y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. God bless everyone, and hugs, hearts, and high fives.
Semper Fi, God bless. We'll see you guys.
Thanks, LJ.
Oh, I
We'll
don't know
look
if
that. We'll look at that. He gave us